Good evening, good evening. So we are back tonight with an easy decoration. We are going to make an easy twisted fondant ribbon. So I'm going to start with some fondant, and I've picked same type fondant but in two colors. Now I do have some soft fondant in here, but to be honest, when I do a rope, a twisted rope, and I want to use two different colors, using two different types of fondants is not the greatest idea, because having different consistencies will make the rolling extremely difficult. So to get an even finishing, I would always suggest to use the same type of fondant, practically the same consistency. So if we look at this fondant, this is super soft, while this is a little bit firmer. Wilton generally is a bit firmer, a firmer fondant. So I'm just going to use a piece of red and then a piece of black, pretty much same quantity. Now usually I would suggest to knead the fondant with a bit of vegetable fat like Trex, just to condition. Just makes the fondant more pliable and just gives a really nice smooth texture. And now I'm going to start rolling those ropes. Just start with the ball shape and then going to turn it into a sausage shape, and then with a smoother going to keep one end of the rope secure, and with my smoother I will just roll this to actually stretch and enlarge stretch it to make it longer, increase the length. What is essential to do is when you roll, you have to make sure that the rope stays round. If it gets flattened, it's not going to roll anymore. So, and also I'm going to start stretching with my hand as well, trying to get this rope to look even. If it gets too thin in one side, just grab it back and then re-roll. And it should give you the same sort of thickness throughout. Okay, I'm now going to quickly do the same thing with my red. Again, ball shape and then stretched. Okay, just quickly going to, but it's a really nice way to complete a cake so that you don't have to spend money in buying a ribbon, a fabric ribbon or a raffia ribbon. And it's quite decorative as well, so not just that it completes the cake and it just gives that nice finishing on the board, it also looks really good. You can practically use the ribbon as it is, just stick it around the cake, or you start twisting those ends, and if you want you can start twisting the opposite side, so practically your hands will rotate alternatively. But if you want to make sure that the twists are looking even, try to do just one side instead of rolling your both hands. Try to keep that the fondant drops secure with one hand, and just make sure that you get it nice and even by rolling with one hand. Okay. Don't overdo it, as if you keep twisting, you are going to lose that round shape and your rope will turn up flat. I mean, you can obviously make it flat if that's the purpose, but it should look good as it is. And this can go around of a cake. If you want, you can glue it, but usually there is no need for gluing. And I'm going to overlap, then go through both strings and then remove the excess and just join the pieces where I've cut them. Okay, and that's going to be my twisted rope, super pretty rope. And with the pieces I've got left in here, I can do 2 more ropes. Again, just aiming to get that round shape, and then pinch one end so that I can keep rolling to stretch. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So if you find too challenging to work with long pieces, you can work with shorter pieces. My intention here is to create, I don't know if I can make it out of one piece. Why not? So I will, because I only have this piece left, I will stretch it. And at this point, I can use my smoother to flatten. Trying to flatten with the same pressure. And then strengthen the edges. And I can make a little bow. Which I can complete with one of the colors. I'm just going to choose the red. And that can go on one side, but to stick it on the cake, I'm going to add a bit of Trex and just stick it to the fondant. So this is my little bow and a twisted rope. Great. Apologize for the microphone. I think I put it too close to my neck. It was just making so much noise. Sorry for that. But yeah, I hope you've kind of enjoyed it and you've picked an idea and you will try it on your next project, last minute project. Wouldn't say budget project, I would say last minute project. Before concluding, I just want to quickly remind you, if you are not aware and if you love cake decorating and you're passionate about it, British Geographic Guild, they do have a cake gala, which is going to take place in Solihull in the 16th of September. So I'm just going to share my screen and just kind of show you. There are some fantastic demonstrations if you want to attend, and as you can see, the prices are super cheap. And yeah, if you are in the area and you are not aware about this event, I will suggest you to have a quick look on their website and maybe just get yourself a ticket. Or if you are interested in competing, they do have a nice competition, a lovely schedule. And I think the competition schedule is still available to download, and you can enroll up to the 26th of August, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it will be a great way to kind of challenge yourself and see what kind of level your skills are. I'm pretty sure they are up in the air, but it will worth checking. So this tutorial actually took much longer than 5 minutes, but it's officially it's Friday, so we get into weekend. So we are a bit more relaxed as we don't have to wake up so early tomorrow morning. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you back on Monday evening. Enjoy your weekend.